What's going on, everybody? Dathip. Shout out to the PlayStation Nation's PC Master Race. Now, I just got done watching the Xbox One E3 Gamescom conference of this year. So roughly about, it was about roughly an hour and 38 minutes long. So I just got done watching the entire conference. Microsoft, you get a better grade. I'll announce your grade at the end of the video, but of course you'll be seeing the grade in the title of the description. So I kind of feel like I'm a journalist. I have a pen because I had to take some notes because I'm not memorizing everything on top of my head. I want to make sure I get everything that Microsoft showed at this year's Gamescom. So this is not in chronological order. I'm not starting from how it started and how it ended. No, I'm actually going to showcase all the games that basically showed out throughout the entire Xbox One's Gamescom conference. So let's get straight to the point. The first game I want to talk about the list was Rise of the Tomb Raider. Now, Rise of the Tomb Raider got way more publicity now. Gameplay, you know what I'm saying? Not just this, the cinematic experience where you just keep on clicking X and A and jumping from point A to point B, and you're jumping on pillars and mountains, and just it was exhausting. There was like no, in-depth gameplay, combat. That's what we want to see. Rise of the Tomb Raider, we're getting combat. As you know, the game is coming out, I believe, November 4th, same day as Fallout 4. Come on now. Same day as Fallout 4? Yeah, Rise of the Tomb Raider still is going to be wrecked. But aside from that, though, Rise of the Tomb Raider got combat, has the exact same mechanics as the reboot, has a leveling system. Once you take out enemies, one kill, regardless, you kill them out, you get experience points. You know what I'm saying? You collect, diaries and, other forms of objects throughout the game, you get experience points. You know what I'm saying? And as you level up, you use experience points at bonfires or campfires, and you upgrade your abilities. So that's cool. Okay, so we see her using the bow and arrow, as a primary weapon, of course, doing stealth mechanics, throwing objects so she can avoid enemy detection. That was awesome to see Lara Croft do that. Seeing the same combat mechanics. We experienced the weather effects of the game. It was raining, very gritty, very dark. So it was cool to see that at this conference. That was awesome. I felt like we were revisiting the same area in Tomb Raider. I forgot what island we were on. I guess it was a random island. You know what I'm saying? But it felt like we were in the same area for some reason. It felt like the same aesthetic. That's the only issue I had with it. But I guess that's Rise of Tomb Raider. Just to remind you again, though, is that this is not an Xbox One exclusive. This is actually a Microsoft Time exclusive. It's coming to the Xbox One and the 360 day one, November 4th of 2015 this year, and it's coming to Windows 10 in spring 2016. I don't know. I believe this game is going to be coming to Steam, though, to be honest with you. And could be wrong. Nevertheless, it's also coming to PS4 holiday 2016, so I really don't care about this game at all. It's not to misunderstand. Tomb Raider reboot is disappointing in a lot of ways to the original Tomb Raiders, but nevertheless, that's Rise of Tomb Raider for Microsoft's Xbox One conference. Next game on the list was HOMEFRONT Revolution. Now, I thought we heard a lot of issues that this game was kind of like dead in the water. There were some issues with the developers and stuff like that. We haven't seen any gameplay for like over a year with this game, but that was gameplay, but for this trailer, we saw no gameplay. We saw no gameplay. Wait, what? Before we saw gameplay, that was back in 2013, and that was when the game was announced. And yeah, we saw. Sorry, I take that back. There was gameplay, so I'm sorry because the trailer's running. There is gameplay for the game. I'm sorry. Please forgive me, X-Twas, before you start jumping on the gun, mighty guy, and psycho gamer, all you fools out there trying to say that you're a fake, gamer and all that. HOMEFRONT Revolution did get some gameplay. I'm sorry. I was looking at another game. It did get gameplay. Very interesting gameplay. Nothing to brag about. You have your ordinary first-person shooter. The game is basically around a foreign power invading America on our soil, which I wouldn't be surprised if ISIS stepped on our door, as stupid America is. Of course, we're like, I would say the other way around. We're occupying other countries. Nonetheless, that's not the history lesson we need to discuss. We need to discuss about the game. The game looks very interesting. We're able to use certain objects like mines. We use this drone to go out, scavenge and kill enemies. It's pretty interesting. You know what I'm saying? But I still get that Call of Duty feel. I feel like it's getting a mediocre shooter, but at least we're getting a different story setting. This is much more interesting than your typical Call of Duty that's just nonsensical. I don't believe we have had a sensical Call of Duty since Black Ops. And then prior to that, COD 4, and then prior to that, the World War shooters, COD 1 and 2. So, HOMEFRONT Revolution, the first game was about North Korea, but this one's about U.S. soil being invaded. So it's a very interesting setting. I saw the gameplay. Not bad. But the HUD system needs a little work. It looks very stereotypical, man. First person shooter get hyped up for? I don't think so. So, that's HOMEFRONT Revolution. Next up. Are you fucking with me? Are you fucking with me? Hideki Kayami, that's what he said about a couple of days ago with Microsoft. He showed Scalebound. Yes, we got gameplay at Gamescom. Finally. A lot of people were saying about this game, man. It's like, come on now, let's show some gameplay. We got gameplay, so this is awesome. So did you play? He plays a Caucasian male, white gritty, very reminiscent of a Dante. I'm telling you, man. Everybody was saying that How to Train Your Dante Dragons Edition. You know what I'm saying? Or or Dragons May Cry. people, you go to the comment section, people have already renaming the game. So it's pretty hysterical. But Scalebound got gameplay. I love the HUD system. It looks fantastic. But I have a feel this game is running on a PC. Yeah, I think it's running on a PC, but the frame rate dropped, so I could be wrong. But maybe it was not ready. It was not ready. You can tell this game is not ready. The game is coming out holiday 2016. Oh, by the way, go back to Homefront Revolution 2016 for that too. So another 2016 game. Okay, going back to Scalebound. Holiday 2016, this game is coming out. So they showed up the HUD system where a blue. It's like a blue what's the word I'm looking for? Like a blue graph is like basically malfunctioning. You know what I'm saying? That's your health system. There's another bar, I think, for like RPG elements and stuff like that, or stamina, and then of course your dragon's helping you out. Okay. And the character he wasn't given a name. So we don't know who he is, but he's like he's like Dante from another dimension. So that's what we got here for Scalebound. The combat doesn't look too fluent. You definitely get that Devil May Cry aspect about fast-paced action. The first set of enemies we fought were pretty much armored soldiers, and platinum armor. You know what I'm saying, with shields. And then you go on to fight this little what did he call it? It was like it was a type of insect. A praying mantis, some form of stone hybrid of a praying mantis, when after you kill those soldiers. So it was pretty cool at the E3 conference. So it's Scalebound, got some more gameplay. Hideki Kayami and Platinum the Games always making games. They're making Star Fox, they're making Nier 2 for the PlayStation 4, they're making Scalebound, and they're making Transformers for the Xbox One, 360, PlayStation 3, PlayStation 4, and PC. Wow, man, they're on a roll. I don't know about the Wii U though. Is it? Is it? I don't know. So it's cool to see that. Scalebound finally got some gameplay. Again, I just got that Devil May Cry vibe, but I feel like it's a little slower pace than just fast-paced action. But it's just a start off, so you know what I'm saying? But the kid is very cocky. You know what I'm saying? You really get the hybrid between How to Train Your Dragon Disney movie and Devil May Cry hybrid. You get that vibe. That's what you get from that game. You know what I'm saying? It's a mixed piece for a lot of people, but we know the Xbox ain't buying this game because they don't buy RPG. So it doesn't matter what about this game. It's gonna be a dead in the water game. I hope Hideki Kayami cancels all games after this game. No more Xbox One games. Stop it. You know what I'm saying? Because Microsoft is just fucking with him, as he said. Scalebound looks very interesting. I wish it would come to PlayStation 4, but nevertheless, Xbox One's got an exclusive finally. Besides typical Dubro garbage, that's Scalebound. So that's cool. So coming holiday 2016. So another year and a half. You're gonna have to wait. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. So Scalebound looks very interesting. Next game on the list, Quantum Break. Quantum Break. Here's what I'll say this. Remedy Studios, they make nothing but great games. You know what I'm saying? They make Max Payne, they made Alan Wake, great games with great narratives. You know what I'm saying? You really, especially Alan Wake, you definitely get that Max Payne vibe. But Quantum Break, basically it utilizes an aspect of time travel as you reverse time. And then of course you know what I'm talking about, because you watch E3, you know what I'm saying? You saw gameplay firsthand. Actually, if you go before that, I think in E3 2014 you saw gameplay, and then 2015 we saw more gameplay, and then we just keep seeing more gameplay. It's good around the story, but it feels like that Sam Lake, no disrespect Sam Lake, that man with the index chin, Max Payne. I can't do it. I'll probably put a picture in there with Max Payne right there. You know what he is. Anyway, he and his buddy, I forgot who's on stage to showcase Quantum Break gameplay. I feel like I was still getting the same gameplay over and over again. You know what I'm saying? Like the main character, he's been able to stop time. You know what I'm saying? Use slow-mo in an instance. Quickly advance in time combat and basically kill enemies. You know what I'm saying? Like he starts off with I believe a shotgun or a pistol. Shoots at an enemy and then stops trying to time travel. Then pretty much teleports. Kind of like Infinite Second Son. You're just able to travel through on a molecular level, travel real quick, instantaneously, and then take out the enemy and then take a shotgun. You know what I'm saying? You get that vibe in a lot of games, but I really want to see what the stories are like. You know what I'm saying? So Quantum Break, very interesting, an Xbox One exclusive. Folks, I would be careful about saying that's an Xbox One exclusive because you know Remedy Studios, especially with Alan Wake. Now, if you know the history of Alan Wake started on the Xbox 360, I think, back in 2009, and then, you know, it was done in 2011. And then the game got, after 2 years, the game sold, like, I think only 1.5 million, I think, for the Xbox 360. And then Remedy Studios decided to port this game to the PC, and they made all their money back and then some for that game in 3 days. You know, you can read about it. You know what I'm saying? Even Blackbuster Critic mentioned this. Yeah, that's what they did. They literally did that. So it was very interesting to see that. So yeah, all I can say is that you know, it could be coming to the PC just like Alan Wake was. So it took 2 years to make that game to the PC. You know what I'm saying? I guess they're buying by contract. But again, I feel this is a timed exclusive. Same situation with Alan Wake, man. I'm telling you, it's just going to be a timed exclusive. So that's what I'm saying. They try to imitate it. Oh, it's an exclusive, but I believe it's coming to the PC. But I will say this though: if you're a person who loves physical copies, and you know, then you're always going to choose a console. Nevertheless, we're not going to get into a console versus PC debate. We're here to talk about Microsoft's Gamescom, you know, conference. Okay, so that's Quantum Break to me in a nutshell. I just get the Max Payne, Alan Wake vibe to it, just with a better storytelling, time travel aspect. The character doesn't look that too much interesting to me. So we'll see. Next game on the list. What is it? Crackdown 3. That's right. So all this time when we saw Crackdown 3 at 2014, we heard about sorry, Crackdown. We just saw it as Crackdown. Okay, it's like, is this a reboot? What is this? No, this is Crackdown 3 with the number 3. Number 3. Yes, folks, it's Crackdown 3, number 3. Okay, it's not a reboot. Okay, it's a third installment of the Crackdown franchise, so that's good. Thank you. I'm tired of these reboots. I'm tired of it. Even Doom, man. Stop rebooting. It's called Doom 4 for everybody. You know what I'm saying? You're going to get confused and the living hell out of everybody. You know what I'm saying? Enough of these reboots. Rebooting consoles, rebooting, you know, Xbox One to get confused between the original Xbox. I mean, come on now. Seriously. So, Crackdown 3. The third installment of the Crackdown franchise. So, you know, I enjoy Crackdown for the Xbox 360. Man, I can't say it, but Crackdown 3 may be promising. Now, Crackdown 2 was disappointing. I'm not going to get into why it's disappointing. That's another video. But Crackdown 3 looks more promising than the other predecessors. Graphically speaking, looks way better. Looks way better than both of them combined. Art style is very gritty. You really see that that cartoony art style. You know, if you see that it's like it's kind of like the in-depth cartoon art style, like with The Darkness 2 or Borderlands. But if you've never seen Crackdown, but it's just like more like what's the word I'm looking for? It's the textures are much lighter and brighter. You know what I'm saying? So it makes it hard for you to see that. But it's in depth. But you get that vibe to it. So Crackdown 3, a great installment. I don't believe Crackdown 3 really sold that well. Mr. Crackdown 3, the Crackdown franchise really sold like extremely well on the Xbox 360. I think it sold like 2 million for you on the Xbox brand. Actually, I want to check for you guys to see what the sales are for that, because we know sales don't matter, right? I just want to check and see how Crackdown really sold in general. VG charts for the sake of argument. Crackdown 1 sold 1.74 million. Crackdown 2 sold 1.10 million. Okay, so Crackdown the original came out in 2007, and Crackdown 2 came out in 2010, so it's been about 5 years since we've been to Crackdown. This game is coming in 2016, so another game. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 games so far. No, it's the 5th game I'm reviewing. Is 2016. So there you go. So all this talk about Xbox saying, oh yeah, you got so many games coming in 2016 for the PlayStation 4. Look what you got here so far. Okay, and one of them is a multi-plat, and another was a time exclusive, which will be a multi-plat soon. So there you go. Take 2 off that list. Anyway, nevertheless, Crackdown 3 looks amazing. That's an Xbox One exclusive, guaranteed. Crackdown 1 and 2 still not on PC or other brands, so you can forget about bringing that game to the other platforms. That's good, Microsoft. We want to see more exclusives. That's the way people buy consoles. Idiot. Okay, so Crackdown 3 looks great. So I just hope it's good as the first one. I'm actually, I don't know, Scalebound exclusive, JRPG, Crackdown are exclusive. Quantum Break, I have a feeling it's a time exclusive. Rise of Tomb Raider don't care. I come PS4, so still not convinced yet to get that. You know what? Xbox One. So next game on the list is a multiplat. They show more Just Cause 3 gameplay. The gameplay is lackluster in comparison to E3 2015 of this year. I don't understand how you can go backwards. It was barely any in-depth gameplay. You know what I'm saying? No HUD system. You saw more of that at E3 2015. You know, what they did with Just Cause 3 was just make a quick trailer, throw in some, you know, an awesome, you know, I don't know what type of music that is. Rock, metal, bluegrass. I don't know what it is. You know what? They try to cover up with the action to make it sound so cool, like every stereotypical trailer for a new game. You know, that's due, bro. But not Just Cause. Just Cause is not due. It's not due, bro. It's just the music itself. You know, incorporates a lot of these games like Call of Duty. So Just Cause 3, I'm looking forward to. I love Just Cause. I beat 1 and 2. A lot of these cool fans, you know, they never even played the original. I played 1 and 2, so yeah, they can go, you know. How does One Stop say? Eat a dick. So there you go. So Just Cause 3 looks fantastic. Nevertheless, okay. I can't say it. I really can't say much about it. It's just lackluster gameplay and much shortened in comparison to the E3 trailer. So I guess there's nothing really much to show. But I guess they don't want to spoil it too much. They want you to get hyped up as every single game. So the game, of course, comes out December 1st of this year for Xbox One, PS4, and PC. And and that's 119. That's what I'm talking about. If you pre-order Just Cause 3 for the Xbox One, you will get a backwards compatible copy of Just Cause 2 for the Xbox 360. So it seems that Microsoft is really trying to input that. So that's cool. You know what I'm saying? You're doing, you know, Square Enix, or Avalanche Studios are not building up sales for Just Cause 2 anymore. That's a 2010 game. That's like 5 years ago. So I don't think the sales are still continuing for that game. Nevertheless, it's a pretty cool deal. They're doing Rainbow Six. They're doing with Gears of War. This is smart tactics from Microsoft. But then again, backwards compatibility to me is a joke on the Xbox One because all you're seeing is a bunch of games getting patched on. You're not able to directly put your game in the Xbox One and just directly play. You gotta install some patches. So I think that's absolute garbage. So it's like, what's the point? And on top of that, it takes a lot of space for me. So like, I'm about to just keep my 360. It doesn't make sense. Okay, so that's the thing about Just Cause 3. That's all it is to it. So next game. Next game. Wow, Microsoft shows off a Weibo game, as you say. Naruto Shippuden Ultimate Ninja Storm 4. Wow. Wow. Sadly, coming 2016. There was even a rumor that the game was being pushed back to 2016. It is, folks. But that's a good thing, I guess, to a lot of degrees out there. I'm not in a rush to get it. I was looking forward to it, but I'm not in a rush to get it because that means less games to worry about that I can focus on my games of this year. You know what I'm saying? J-Stars and playing on Guilty Gear 3rd and Bloodborne and Killzone and Infamous and, you know, playing Castlevania Lord of Shadow and the original Tomb Raider on Steam. And, yeah, a lot of games to play. Not enough time. So, it's been pushed back, so nevertheless, looks awesome. Yeah, and of course, we'll have a collector's edition. But I don't think there was a date for it, a numerical date, like month and date. Did you say 2016? I could be wrong, and I wasn't paying attention. I was falling a little asleep at times. Sorry, please forgive me. Next up, Rainbow Six Siege. As you know, it's coming October 14th. October 14th, I believe. Let me check for you guys. October 13th. Okay, I was off by one day. October 13th for PS4, Xbox One, and PC. Okay, PC gamers beware. This is Ubisoft we're talking about, who may release this broken game, so you may want to way off it. But nevertheless, coming this year, coming in 2.5 months. So no reason to rush. Looking forward to it. Show a little bit more gameplay trailer. Nothing you hype about. You saw a lot of it on E3. It's like E3 pretty much was a setting stone than Gamescom. So that's the case right there. I want to save that for last. Halo 5 multiplayer and more in depth looks interesting. I played the Halo 5 multiplayer beta, but of course, as you know, I don't have an Xbox One. I was sick and tired of it. It's just Halo. What can you say? That's all I can say for about Halo 5 Guardians. It's just a multiplayer. You know what I'm saying? For Halo fans, let them critique it. That's all I gotta say. You know what I'm saying? I just feel like I just get that Call of Duty vibe again with that iron sights. It's Halo. What can I say? Nothing else, man. 2 more games on this list. They showed off Forza 6. Okay, you know the game is coming out October. I actually want to give you guys a numerical date for that too, for you Forza fans out there. I got tired of Forza. I'm getting sick of it. Forza 6. Oh yeah, they talk about the weather effects in night racing. It's about time, you freaking dunces. God dang. It's about time. You know what I'm saying? Forza 6 weather effects. We haven't seen, I believe, since Forza 3. And for night racing for Forza, dude, we haven't seen that since I think Forza 1. We saw Dawn gameplay for a Dawn racing for Forza 2, but Forza 1 was like the last game I believe that had the first game of the series that started the franchise had night racing. God dang, man, like it took you this long? I mean, you guys are doing the same thing you guys are doing with Drive Club, talking about weather effects and night racing. You're not gonna catch me. Forza 6, god dang, man. Next up, Forza Horizon 3 next year. Anyway, let's go back to seeing the release date for this game. Release date. Coming when? Oh, wow. Oh, it's coming. It went up. It was supposed to come out in October, but now it's coming September 15th of this year. I love for you Forza fans who love Forza simulating and stuff like that, so look forward to that. But me, don't give a damn about Forza. I'm tired of Forza. It's exhausting me. It's a yearly franchise now. Tired of it. Forza, so that's September 15, 2015 this year. Next up, second to last on the list is Ark Survival Evolved. Now, as you know, this game is actually in its beta form on the PC via Steam, but it's coming via the Xbox One. So, you know, as a lot of these games, which we're surprised about, the indie scene, are now making their way to the Xbox platform. So that's cool. So, you know, Ark Survival Evolved is a great game. You know, I feel like I really get that Turok feeling, you know what I'm saying, like aspect, but not in an aggressive manner. You know, going back to N64, you know, and the PlayStation playing Turok. So, you know, I get that feeling. You know what I'm saying? So it looks awesome. Nevertheless, it's just showing more gameplay coming to Xbox One. Actually, one more game on the list. Actually, two more games on the list. What is one game that's actually a Kickstarter? I can't remember what it is, but that's nevertheless it's coming. Anyway, the next game on the list is Skylines. I never thought this game was coming to the PC. I thought it was, to the Xbox One. That's a PC exclusive, folks. So yeah, that's surprising. You know what I'm saying? It's really, really interesting. You know that this big, huge Sims type building action, you know, a building game, you know, is coming to Xbox One. You know this game is going to be downgraded to the Xbox One. There's no way the Xbox One is going to be able to handle that type of power and building structure. Otherwise, if you able to just simply get that game, what you're going to be seeing is you're going to be seeing a downgrade in that game in terms of its performance. So, yeah, that was the case for that game. That's my conclusion. Of course, I also want to talk about there's frame rate drops for Scalebound. There was frame rate drops. I feel like it was dropping 18 frames per second. That was my grade for it. But they got Holiday 2016. They got a year and a half to get on that game. But god dang, man, 90 Game was announced in 2014, so we got to wait 2.5 years, man. Well, nevertheless, Platinum Games make great games. It's just that dude bros don't buy it, sadly. And lastly, one sec here. Can't see that, huh? Yeah. Can't see that. Halo Wars 2. I'm sorry. That was the third game out of the entire conference that blew me away. I never thought this game was ever getting a sequel. I'm being straight up honest here. I never thought a game like that would get a sequel. Okay. I never thought that game would ever get a sequel. Game came out, what, 2008, 2007? For the Xbox 360? God dang, man. 8 years later, we get a sequel? That's surprising. Very surprising. Because I guess Halo 5 just gotten gold, so I'm like, 343 Industries or Creative Assembly, they might also work on the next one. Wow. Halo Wars 2. Microsoft finished, strong with that one. I would never anticipate. I was like, Halo, what is this? I saw the Brutes, I saw the Spartans. I'm like, what is this? Halo Spartan Strike 3? Like, what, Spartan Assault 3? A new series that started Spartan series? Halo Wars 2. I was like, wow. I like this, folks. I actually was surprised by Dude Bros. The game's coming to the Xbox One in 2016. There you go. 2016. So I know you Dude Bros saying that, we got 2015 games coming out this year, a lot of them. So that's what it boils down to, folks. And there, of course, is one last game. I said this is the last game, but I'm sorry. This is the finish off you do, bros. You X-twats who say these games are too niche and they're too hard, and you know what I'm saying? It's like it's not gonna sell by like these dumbass named Next Gen 720 and Crap Gamer. You know what I'm saying? That is Dark Souls 3. Let's get on, JRPG fans. Let's go. Let's go. Dark Souls 3, a multi-flag, coming 2016, but looking forward to it, baby. You already know us fans can't get enough of that Souls game. I'm telling you, can't get enough of it. You said it's milking? Nah, it ain't milking it. So I'm looking forward to Dark Souls 3, man. Beating Demon Souls back in the day, beating Dark Souls, and still haven't yet to beat Bloodborne. And I'm doing another playthrough for Dark Souls Scholar version for the PC. So, awesome, awesome, awesome. Dark Souls 3. Thank you, Microsoft, for showing that gameplay there. Awesome. You know what I'm saying? I guess Microsoft got some, you know, paid a little bit of money on that table just to make sure they can build sales for that game. But we know sales says otherwise. Souls games sell at least 1 million. Actually, minimal sell 1 million on the Xbox brand. PlayStation, Dark Souls, where it's at. Please, stop. You know what I'm saying? So Dark Souls 3 didn't finish it off. That was Halo Wars 2. But nevertheless, I forgot when we're giving the list. I'll overtalked it. Dark Souls 3, looking forward to it. Souls fans. This is for fans who love challenge. Not you quote-unquote incompetent bastards out there who are called casuals. So this is a very long video from dathip. It's probably going to take like 4 hours for this video to upload on YouTube, nevertheless, for you guys to watch it. But we'll be putting out 180p. Yeah, 180p. With some shell shading. On YouTube. Folks, that is pretty much it. That right there wraps it up. So, my final letter grade for the Xbox One Gamescom conference. For Xbox One at E3, Microsoft's got a C+. This year, they get a B-. No, I'm saying this year, Gamescom conference, they get a B-. B-. Here's why. Because let's go through the games here that I just reviewed. Rise of the Tomb Raider, Homefront Revolution, Scalebound, Quantum Break, Crackdown 3, Just Cause 3, Dark Souls 3, Naruto Shippuden Ultimate Ninja Storm 4, Rainbow Six Siege, Halo Wars 2, Halo 5 multiplayer, Forza 6, and Ark Survival Evolved. Okay, and City of Skylines and another Kickstarter game I can't remember, but that's also coming to the not PS3. The 3DS. I don't know about PS4. I gotta check on that. I can't remember what it was. But you know, you can go check on your own. Go and look at Rayjam Gaming or Xbox Brief Conference. You know, just go on there on YouTube. Go on VG 24/7 and look at it. So you know, add this whole entire list here. Let's see how many exclusives we have. I'm talking about permanent exclusives. I'm not talking about no time exclusive nonsense. 1. So far as they claim, 2, 3, 4, 5 exclusives. Now, 3 of these are not coming out to next year, so all you guys 2 exclusives. Halo 5, Halo 5 Guardians and Forza 6. Rare Replay does not count. You're getting a bunch of old games just poured into a collection. It does not count. You understand? Now, unless you fans want to discount again, like Uncharted Collection and all these other collections and remasters, then we can do the same thing as you can. Rare Replay does not count as exclusive, but it does count as exclusive. Then we'll count Uncharted Collection as an exclusive. You're just getting a bunch of old ports. You're not even getting some of the remastered versions of these games that were for 360, like Perfect Dark HD. You know what I'm saying? Or Killer Instinct 2 online play. Well, actually, I think that has online play. But you know what I'm saying? Like that's the case there with this game. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, if one of you guys want to play that logic, I'll play the same logic right back at you to be consistent. So you're only getting 2 exclusives. You're getting Forza 6 and you're getting Halo 5. That's it. Okay? Rise of Tomb Raider, timed exclusive. Coming to the 360 and Xbox One day 1, November 4th, the same day as Fallout 4, as I repeat again. It's going to demolish the sales. Really, really, really. Coming to the PlayStation 4 in holiday 2016. Gotta wait a year and a half, but I don't care because the reboot's not really, I mean, the reboot franchise, I really don't care about that much. And they're coming to Windows 10 for PC in spring of 2016. But I have a feeling that game is going to come in Steam. So please, I'm going to wait for that game. And I would say by the release, the PlayStation 4 definitive version, not talking about the PC version, but the definitive version on consoles, that's going to run 60 frames per second. I hope that this game will be available via Steam by the time the PS4 version comes out. Next up, Homefront Revolution, a multiplat. Scalebound and Xbox One exclusive. Period. Xbox One exclusive. From Hideki Kagami, unless he's fucking with me. You know what I'm saying? As you see it. For I can't get over that. For that game. So unless it comes to PlayStation 4 for whatever reason as a contract, yeah, it may be coming. Nevertheless, it's exclusive next year though. Quantum Break, exclusive, but you know Remedy Studios supporting Alan Wake and Max Payne. Like after a year it comes out or two, it's gonna come to PC. So I'm like, it has the potential. It's Remedy Studios. They're Microsoft. Could come Windows 10. Could come Steam. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. But nevertheless, as right now, it's exclusive. So we don't have affirmative action. Crackdown 3 next year. That's really the big one right there for me alongside Scalebound. Next year. Just Cause 3, multiplat. Dark Souls 3, multiplat. Naruto Shippuden Ultimate Ninja Storm 4, multiplat. Rainbow Six Siege, multiplat. Halo 5, Guardians, I just said it, it's coming this year. Forza 6 is coming this year. Ark Survival Evolved, that's multiplat. PC forward to here. And then Halo Wars 2, another multiplat. So it looks like Microsoft's got an interesting lineup for next year. The point is that will all these games stay exclusive? That's the question. Because we know the Xbox brand, the Trash Box One, is a relevant console if they don't keep it exclusive. So that's the case right there. So again, final verdict for Xbox One's, Microsoft's Gamescom 2015. B-. I was disappointed by the amount of multiplats. Even Sony didn't show that many multiplats at the PlayStation 4's conference. Okay? Don't get confused with Square Enix or EA's or Ubisoft's conference at E3. No, that I'm talking about Sony. Okay? Advertising their games. Okay? They show way too many multiplats. Way too many. As usual, that's what the Xbox brand is all about. And of course, a lot of games that probably Xbox won't buy, guaranteed. Of course, Mighty Guy, shout out to him, the X-Squad is going to say that nobody cares about that JRPG. Halo 5 is going to destroy all those games in terms of sales. I love when this clown be talking all this. They got that next gen 720 cock outside of their mouth. That's what they got. So that's what it boils down to, folks. Is that that to bring you a long video. This is probably the longest video I've ever done. Actually, I think it is 33-minute video. So nevertheless, that's it. That's about. And looking forward to what we see at Gamescom for the rest of the week. Peace out. Bang, bang. PlayStation Nation. PC Master Race.